Tigers come out with 4 receivers, now 2 on each side. Smith takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle, gets it out to Ducksworth. Ducksworth couldn't get a handle on it. The ball hit his hands and slipped out. And he takes a shot after the ball just hit his fingertips. That's going to bring up 4th down. Surprisingly, went for a passing play right there, considering the conditions. But I mean, what really did they have to lose at this point?
Well, it was actually wide open. All he had to do was catch it, and I believe he'd have got the 1st down. But it just slipped through his fingers because of the weather.
Yeah, exactly. So they're going to go for it on 4th down. Same formation. There's a flag on the play. It's going to be offsides against Mendenhall. So the Tigers get a lucky break and get a fresh set of downs.
Penalty goes against Mendenhall.
I'm sorry, not a fresh set of downs. It's going to be 4th and shorter distance. Same formation. One of the receivers switches sides. It's going to be Dawson Brooks to move to the other side. Smith gets the snap. He finds his receiver right over the middle. He hits Dawson Brooks, who is wide open over the middle. So the great job by Mason Smith to read the defense and see the coverage. And nice job of Dawson Brooks to show some good hands in these conditions and reel in that pass.
Yeah, and I think he lined up at tight end, and he come across the middle. He hit him in stride. He didn't quite get to the end zone. So a good pickup for Northeast Jones, another 1st down.
Yeah, exactly. And much needed. They're kind of right back in the position they were in before the fumble snap on the last offensive series. They line up. Smith with the snap, hands off to Ducksworth, powering his way up the middle. Not quite in. Looking like he's going to be a few yards shy of the end zone. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ball is just inside the 1. Line up, same formation. Smith takes that, hands off to Ducksworth, trying to get a good push from his line, and he's going to push him right on in for the 1st down.
Hey, just run it up the middle and push it, keep your feet moving, and he finally got to the end zone. Good play by Northeast Jones.
Exactly. So now we have the Tigers are trailing by 1 point, pending the extra point by Jason Garcia. I believe this will be a relatively easy field goal, extra point for Garcia. Snap is good, hold is good. It's going to be up, and it's good. So 1:47 remaining in the 1st quarter. We have a tie ball game here, tied at 7. So, Brian, the Tigers showed that they can, they made a mistake, but they also made up for their mistake by getting back where they were and finally keeping control of the ball and finally getting it in the end zone.
Well, that's what the short punt did for them. They got the good field position there at the 35, and they carried it in. And the passing of Mason Smith over across the middle to his tight end, and the other pass, but they did miss one on the top side over there. But but over the middle has been working tonight.
It really has. The Tigers get set to kick it off. And here's the hoping that Jason Garcia puts a lot of leg into this one, as he's done pretty much a majority of the season. And it's going to be a pretty decent kick. It's going to be fielded and dropped at about the 10-15 yard line. The return man tried to get a handle on it, but he just couldn't. So the Mendenhall Tigers are going to get stopped. Going to start 1st and 10.
And the 20, about the 15.
And about the 15 yard line. So hey, not a bad kick at all.
So the Northeast Jones Tigers like to got another break there with the fumble kickoff. The guy was looking for it, couldn't find it, and he finally fell on it. So Mendenhall will start right around the 15, and Northeast Jones, they're keeping them backed up. So they need to stop them right here. Maybe we'll get another short punt.
Exactly. You know, the defense needs to come up big like they did on the last series. The Mendenhall Tigers are going to come out with a 3-receiver set. 1 to the left of the line, 2 to the right. Running back lined up behind the quarterback who takes the snap, hands off to his running back, trying to find the lane. Finds a lane, going to break the tackle of 2 Northeast Jones Tigers, going to get the ball out just past the 20-yard line.
They spreaded Northeast Jones out with those 4 receivers, and they was in the shotgun, and they just gave it to him up the middle, and he got 8 yards.
And I think this is pretty much going to be the play of most of the offense tonight. You know, just considering this weather, they're just going to pretty much kind of stick to the ground game. Yeah, Mendenhall is going to keep the same formation. Quarterback with the snap, hands off to the running back. He's going to take it up the middle, trying to drag a defender, but he's going to be pulled down at about the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Cody Hyatt.
That's Mendenhall's first down of the ball game.
Wow. That means that the Northeast defense is really, you know, holding its own, you know, to have them holding the Mendenhall Tigers to their first down to just now. You know, that's a testament to their defense. You know, they have to just really keep it up.
Yeah, the problem is they scored on the opening play of the game, a 50-yard touchdown run up the middle from the 50-yard line.
That is true. But not as much danger now. You know, it's we're all tied up here. They're going to come out. Mendenhall in the same formation. It's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be offsides again against Mendenhall.
Looks like he's on east.
Well, it's going to be Northeast this time. So Mendenhall is going to get a few extra yards, going to move it up to about the 34-yard line, the 35-yard line. Same formation. Send a receiver in motion. Quarterback's going to fake the toss, going to keep it himself. Just going to run right past that Tiger defense. Is going to be taken down just after he crosses midfield.
They faked the pitch to this side, and the quarterback took it around the end. Surprised Northeast Jones a little bit with the play call. Maybe they hadn't seen that on film, but it's the first down for Mendenhall right at midfield.
Exactly. You know, the Tigers, they did have a hand on them, but you know they're gonna have to wrap up. I know this. You know, they had a hand on them with grabbing, but you know, you're gonna have to if one person's gonna grab them, somebody's gonna have to wrap them up. They get a fresh set of downs. And that's going to close out the first quarter. So at the end of the quarter, we have a tie ball game at 7. So, Brian, what are your takes after the first quarter based on what you've seen from the Tigers?
I think they have excellent play calling. I mean, just about everything they've called has worked except for a couple of them. You know, the passing game, you know, it's on target. The running game, you know, it's coming together too. So the running pass is they're mixing it up pretty good, and they're executing on offense. Just that turnover is the only thing wrong. Now Mendenhall, they've had one play in this game, well, 2 counting the play a while ago, the 15-yarder.
Right.
But it's 7-7 because of the opening kickoff, and Northeast Jones would be up even bigger if it hadn't been for that fumble on the goal line.
You're exactly right, Brian. Great play breakdown and analysis as always. Mm-hmm. We're back to the ball game here.
But I think everything's working for Northeast Jones on offense. I think if they keep that up, they'll have a big night here before it's over with.
And that's exactly what they're looking for after dropping the decision last week to Quitman. As you know, it was a back-to-back ball game scoring on both ends, and they just kind of let off the gas later in the games. But Mendenhall lines up with 4 receivers, sending a receiver in motion. 3 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Running back behind the quarterback, takes the snap, takes the handoff to the running back, then he's going to stop in the backfield at about the 47-yard line. And Brian, I mean, it looks like to me that the running back didn't know that he was supposed to take the handoff on that thing.
It looked like a busted play, and as soon as it was a busted play, the quarterback didn't know what to do. He had to eat it, and they was all over him at the line of scrimmage.
Exactly. After the snap, the running back took off onto the right side of the quarterback, and the quarterback, when he got the ball, he looked over to his left side and nobody was there, so he didn't really have nothing to do. by the time he decided to run, he had
White
Jawad
shirts
Jones
all
in his
over.
face. They're going to go back to the same formation. Put it back with the snap. This time looks like they get the handoff right, but still met in the backfield. Like that was Colton Edmonds in on the tackle along with Jawad Jones.
Yeah, their defensive line, their linebackers are reading what Northeast Jones is doing. I mean, what Mendenhall is doing. And that could be a plus for Northeast Jones. It may be hard for Mendenhall to move the ball if they keep reading this defense like this.
Exactly. It's going to be third and about 15 for Mendenhall. And they're going to keep the same formation. One receiver on the left of the line, two on the right, a flanker and a running back. The quarterback takes the snap, takes to his running back. He gets out to the flanker man, and he has a wide open lane. He's great block by the wide receiver. He has one man to beat. He's going to beat Ty Braddock on the plate. He's going to take it all the distance, but there is a flag on the play. So that may be the Northeast Jones Tigers saving grace. Let's see. And it's going to be holding against Mendenhall. So that was a huge break for the Northeast Jones Tigers.
Yeah, look, you know, they did a little razzle-dazzle there with the little fake to the near side, take it around the end on the other side. And it went for a touchdown, but thank goodness it was holding on Mendenhall. They're going to bring it back.
Right, and you got to give credit to the Mendenhall receiver who was blocking along the sideline for the run. I mean, that was some textbook blocking right there. That's how a receiver is supposed to block. But meanwhile, while the Mendenhall Tigers move the ball back,
now Mendenhall is in a bind. You got like a third and 25. Yeah, third and 25 now. So Northeast Jones, they need to buckle down right here and get this ball back.
Exactly, the ball is going to be placed at the Mendenhall 34-yard line. Come out with 4 receivers set, 3 to the right of the line, 1 to the left. Quarterback with a snap, tosses out to the left of his running back. Get past a Northeast Jones block. Is going to be pushed out of bounds just past the 40-yard line. There's still a long way to go for Mendenhall.
They're going to get the ball back right here. They may not have the field position that they've had, but they'll have another opportunity with everything working like we just talked about.
Exactly. So after that play was 4th down, so back to return for the Tigers is Jalen Hudson. Jalen, who had the long touchdown last week against Quitman. So as Mendenhall gets ready to punt it away, it's a hard punt. And it's going to stop and take a small northeast bounce to about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, field position's turned a little bit. That was a good punt right there, about a 35-yard punt. So Northeast Jones is going to have it at the 35. The thing about Northeast Jones in their offense, they've got 5 first downs in 1 quarter. They're on a pace to get 20 first downs. So what they need to do is just stick with what's been working. You know, the short passes and the runs up the middle. They keep that up, they'll be down here on the goal line for long.
Yeah, exactly. So the Tigers, they're going to come out. It's like a 2 receiver set.
Mendenhall is not a big team on defense. They're a bunch of small guys, so there's no reason not to be able to block.
Exactly. It's there's not much difference in size between the defensive line and the secondary. So it's like Zach Dice is in the game right now. About a nice 8-yard pickup on the run up the middle. And Zach Dice, who's a freshman running back, he's had a chance to get in the game a couple times this year due to the absence of Tony Barnes. And he's a very tough runner. There's going to be a flag after the snap. Going to be offsides against Mendenhall. And Ron, what would you say would be the reason for a defensive line to just continue to get these types of penalties? I mean, shouldn't they know how to line up?
Yeah, it's just lack of concentration. You're not looking at the ball when you get down. And I don't like that call because you ought to be able to have to make contact to get a penalty. If he gets back before the ball snapped, I think it's okay. But in high school, if you line up offside and